Welcome back to another episode of Passion Beer. We're outside. I'm Nick, Mike, and Shane here. And Mike, what are we reviewing today?
Today we are reviewing the Rumpkin, which is from Avery Brewing Company. I was able to pick this up down in DC. This is the first year that they bottled the beer. Yep. I had it last year on tap, and it was very, very good. So this is a ale with pumpkin spices that is aged in rum barrels. It's delicious.
Oh,
I'm going to preface it with that. It's very delicious.
I'll be the judge of that.
Why don't you hold that? So color-wise, very orange, kind of cloudy.
Yeah, definitely cloudy.
Definitely looks like a pumpkin ale.
Brownish orange. Yeah.
I mean, it's the perfect color for a pumpkin ale, so definitely dead on there. And I mean, Avery's known for being like dead on to that style. Almost taking it up a notch, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Avery, for me, is kind of, they normally have like a sweeter beer, so I'm kind of interested to see how this bottles, because they normally have that very sticky sweetness to their beers.
And it is smelling sweet. I mean, I'm gonna say that.
You know
what?
what?
It's like it's like apple juice mixed with pumpkin on the nose, kind of.
You know what? I only get really a lot of the spices. I mean, I get a lot of that apple juice, the acidity that you're talking about. I think it's a lot more difficult doing this a little bit outside, but I mean, you definitely get that aroma from. I was expecting a whole lot more pumpkin spice out of this one, like a lot of.
I was expecting more rum, but I mean, I do get a decent amount of rum, though. I mean,
you get a little.
The barrel treatment is definitely there for sure.
A little bit. Shall we try it?
Absolutely.
Cheers. Okay, I will say, when I had this on draft last year, there was certainly more of a rum kick to it.
I think the rum comes down a lot.
The rum does come out, but when I had it last year, there was more of a booziness to it. But this
is really nice.
This has mellowed out. It has mellowed out in the bottle, and I like it.
In the short of things, this is delicious.
It really is.
It gets the pumpkin elements, that little bit of pumpkin spice.
It's got that fleshiness.
I was worried about the aroma, though. Like, I didn't get a whole lot of the pumpkin or the cinnamon spices.
You were worried it wasn't going to be there.
Yeah, I was worried that it wasn't going to be there. Like, I got the acidity from that,
really good,
like that apple juice type smell. But I mean, there was no pumpkin in the aroma whatsoever. And then as soon as you taste it,
there's really not, though. You're right. Yeah.
Boom! It just hits you.
It hits you. But the rum element, you would think that rum and pumpkin, they don't maybe not mix that well.
Wow.
But when they do, you get this rum and they warm each other up.
Yeah, that's blending ridiculously well. That's
they
really
play off
good.
Each other so
it
well.
does. That's what I'm thinking.
The rum barrel aged,
like it's got this like brown sugar element to it. This like nice sugary,
it's a nice subtle sweetness undertone, and then you get
that's really good, man.
Oh,
that's
wow.
really, really good.
Glad you guys like it.
I am surprisingly pleased with this one.
And I don't think I've ever had like a barrel-aged pumpkin ale.
No, neither have I.
It is very unique, and that's what I love about it. It's when I had it on tap, like I said, it was a little more stringent, I think, a little more in your face with the rum elements. In the bottle, kind of mellowed out a bit. I mean,
it's still good though.
This is very drinkable.
And I have to admit, I had last year's on tap. I haven't had this year's on tap. So
do we know what this is?
They may have adjusted a little
bit.
Like
ABV-wise, do we know? I mean...
Go ahead, Nick.
I'm going to go in for the data collection.
I'm thinking at least 10 or more, right?
512 cases, that's it.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
15.9.
Oh, 15.9. At 15.9, there's literally no burn.
I wouldn't think that at all.
So drinkable. I was like, oh, maybe a 6%.
Wow, that's crazy high.
Wow, 10% more than what I thought. That's
really
like
good.
So smooth, very simple.
All right.
I mean, I could do this by myself.
No, really, Mike.
I
mean, thanks for bringing that seriously.
And
that's a nice treat.
We are aging one of these.
Yep.
And we will report back with what we feel with the aging.
Absolutely.
Follow our Twitter feed, and you'll see what we feel about it aging. But
highly recommend if you can find one of these bottles, or
they only
find it on tap.
Very limited markets for the bottles.
Okay.
You guys couldn't find it in PA. I found it down in DC.
Yep.
So if you can find a bottle, go for it. The place I got it from only got 20 of them.
Wow.
So
I'm gonna give this one a 91. You know, I think it's good for a.
So let me ask you this: why a 91 and not like closer to 100? Because I'm having a hard time finding something that I would change with this beer.
No, I'm not. It's not that I'm having a hard time. Like, I mean, I love it. I really do. I just think. I think for the style, there's other pumpkin, and I hate to compare it to pumpkin, but I think it's a completely different beer to pumpkin because it's barrel aged. But I mean, for what it is, I think it's really good.
91 is very respectable.
Oh, it is.
I think it's just. I think that the sweet astringency is just a little bit kind of out of whack for what I would expect a little bit more booze.
That's what I was looking for.
But you know, I think it's good. I really do. It's a 91. Seriously,
that's not bad.
That's nothing to blink an eye at. I mean,
I guess I like beers a little bit.
What are you gonna give a Nick? Like a 99?
Listen, Shane, I guess I like beers a little bit more than you do, and I'm not.
Oh, come on, come on.
But no, I'm probably more in line with a 94, almost a 95. I think this is very fantastic. I think the where it loses a lot of points is the aroma. There's not a lot going on there.
Exactly.
The taste is dead on. This is exceeds my expectations.
Delicious. I mean, it really is.
It's fantastic. 15.9%. You can't taste that.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I mean, very sessionable. I mean, it was just the aroma that really lost it for me.
I'm going to shoot down the middle. I'm going to go 93 because I feel that if I had the flavor of this beer with the aroma of last year's on draft, this would be perfect. The aroma of last year was so much more involved in this one. It was stronger. It was like the flavor, but you could smell it. It was that perfect mixture of rum and pumpkin.
I think that's kind of what this is lacking, is that rum element.
While you drink it, if you got that aroma.
It's nice and pumpkin-y. I really don't think.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Passion Beer. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, Nicholas.
Cheers. That was a good one.
Thanks for drinking it, Mike.